Purchased this gun legally. He apparently had one handgun. Is that unusual? Does that tell you anything?
Well, it's unusual from this sense. I mean, a handgun to do this type of damage. I mean, 12 killed here. But we also got to recognize who this shooter was. 4.5 years in the Corps, in the Marine Corps. Not only that, but served in Afghanistan during some of our bloodiest fighting. 2009, 2010, 2011, and he was there during the surge. He was also rated as a machine gunner. I mean, he carried either an M240 or an M249. These are crew-served weapons, so knew his way around weapons. If he'd had the extended mag that police talked about or was proficient in changing magazines, yeah, Jake, you could do that kind of damage if you're that skilled. And a Marine Corps service member like this that served in the Helmand province, where the bloodiest fighting the Afghan conflict was for the Corps, yeah, he could accomplish that.
We should just point out you're also a veteran, and you're not besmirching veterans. You're just saying he had a certain kind of skill that he learned.
An aptitude, absolutely.
Okay. Some witnesses, Phil, say that the gunman used smoke bombs. The sheriff said they were unable to confirm that. If it's true, does that say anything about the planning or motivation?
It doesn't say much to me. One of the simple questions I'd have in that circumstance, Jake, is to determine when the person acquired these. For example, if he'd had them for years, that would suggest to me that those smoke bombs weren't something that showed that he was intending to conduct an action. If he acquired them in the past few days, your answer changes there. I think the issues here aren't going to be about planning. They're going to be about the mental state of this person and what mental health professionals do when people in the neighborhood call in, again, as they did in that case in Broward County with the kid who shot up the high school. What do law enforcement and mental health professionals do?
Today, thank you one and all for your expertise. Today, a ceremony honoring the Ventura County Sheriff Sergeant who lost his life protecting everyone at the bar last night. Sergeant Ron Hallis was a 29-year-old law enforcement veteran, 29-year law enforcement veteran who was looking towards retirement in the next year or so. Moments ago, we learned the name of another victim, Elena Housley. She was the niece of TV actress Tamara Mowry Housley, who described her as an incredible young woman. Also killed Cody Kaufman, just 22 years old, with 3 little brothers. CNN's Miguel Marquez joins me now. And Miguel, Kaufman's father had just a heart-wrenching press conference talking about his lost son earlier today.
A father burying his son, it is almost impossible to watch. We are starting to learn more names of the dead now. These are young people whose lives had barely begun.
We did just get the news that he was one of the 11 that were hit and killed last night.
Jason Kaufman, father of 22-year-old Cody, receives the worst news imaginable.
His name was Cody Kaufman. My firstborn son.
HR director, and I'm also the happiness